Hello my fellow degenerates, my name is Billy and welcome to my Q&A for 1000 subscribers. Before I do get into that, I do want to say thank you all for 1000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. We have got here so fast. I honest to God did not think it would take more. I thought it would take over 12 months at the bare minimum, but no, we got here so fast and I can't believe it. So thank you guys, thank you so much. I'm going to try to do this video without rambling on the questions because this is my second time recording it now. Because we was like on question 3 and was like 15 minutes into the video. I'm doing it now. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody from just welcome to the video. Let's go on with the questions. Oh, and I don't know what background footage I'm going to be using. It's probably something absolutely irrelevant to visual novels because I can't think of something to use. Anyway, on with the video. So, question number 1. Girth Gervin, when are you going to experience a tedious grind known as Out of Touch? I probably won't. Not because I don't want to, just because of the sheer length of it. It will take so long to make and to play, record, and edit a review of it. Now bear in mind, when I record a review, when I play a game, I record everything. From the second that game turns on to the second that game turns off, that's recorded. So if a game takes me 10 hours, that's 10 hours of footage I've got on my video there. I will go for it to find footage. And because it's so long, I feel like it'll take too long to do a review for. And because it's so long, I won't have time to play it outside of my reviews. So I don't know if I will do, but I really want to, which is unfortunate. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe in the future. Stephen Quast, if I get your names wrong, just know it's not on purpose. I mean, look at my other videos, I can't read names, I'm terrible with them. Would you consider reviewing City of Broken Dreamers? It's not finished, but has a lot of content. Plus, it has animations. You guys know me, don't you already? I love my animation. Anyway, probably. Yeah, I will be reviewing it. Actually, not probably. I definitely am reviewing it. It will be coming up within the next few videos. I've got a few videos to release, I think. But anyway, it will be very soon. Probably within the next month or so, actually. So yeah, it's definitely 100% coming. City of Broken Dreamers. But I will be doing a Steam version only. I'll be doing a Steam version and then I'll be doing an update video in the future with the updates from Patreon. So I believe Patreon's further ahead than Steam at this point, isn't it? Anyway, next question. Marcus Needle. What directions do you see AVNs heading in the future? Like, what is the next realistic step for the evolution of AVNs? I, honest to God, don't know, but I really like this question. I don't know mechanically or gameplay wise what would be the big next step or engine wise, because there's not much we can really do in regards to like visual novels. I mean, better animations, better sound effects and all this sort of stuff. Do I think voicing is the next step? Nope. I don't think voicing matters in visual novels, because you put voicing in visual novels, even if you are really good voice actors, you go from reading a visual novel to watching a film with still images. So I don't think voicing is necessary. It's good for disabled people, visually impaired people, or people who use maybe dyslexic people who struggle reading and want to play visual novels. It's great for them. So if you can put it in for them, then do it. But don't make it a necessary thing for everybody has to use. If you want to turn it off, let them turn it off. But yeah, visually impaired people, things like that, voice to be good. Anyway, it's not about voicing, it's about the future of visual novels as a whole. Yeah, so I don't think mechanics, visuals, I don't think that's necessarily can go much further than we've got at the moment. I mean, yeah, fair enough, you can get really good looking renders and some really bad renders. That's just down to the individual and the developer or studio who's doing the game. But I think the next big step will be hopefully getting it more mainstream. It's less of a mechanical thing and a gameplay kind of thing, but more of a publicity kind of thing. Because at the moment, obviously people just see them as porn games, and they're not. Some are, some are, fair enough. But not all of them are. I mean, I'm just coming off back of playing a game without a single lewd scene in it. It's a adult visual novel without a single lewd scene in it. If you know what that game is, you probably know what our next review is going to be. But at the same time, that's a really good adult visual novel, and I really enjoyed it. Not a single adult scene in it. Got a bit of nudity here and there, but not a single adult scene yet. And I don't think that's a problem. And people need to understand that when they look at these, they don't see games of interesting depth and story and character development, which not all of them have. Just like not every film, not every game, not every story has that, but some of them really do. And if people actually took a chance on some of them and played something like Leap of Faith or something like that, they'll see that it goes beyond just being adult game, like that kind of adult game. It goes beyond that and actually has more meaning to it. And I hope that'll be the next step for them. is to do something like that. Because with games like Baldur's Gate or Cyberpunk 2077 and CD Projekt Red doing more stuff like, I know Baldur's Gate is Larian, but it seems we're getting more sexual things within games like that. I feel like that might be like the bridge between being the standard games and adult games like this. Not just visual novels, but adult games in general. I hope that'll start forming the gap between these two communities and people who, I mean, fair enough, people who like adult games probably like Cyberpunk and probably like Baldur's Gate and like regular games, Call of Duty. I don't, but still. Overwatch, I hate that game, but for some reason I still play it. But I mean, normal people, I mean, the AVN community probably like them normal games, but the people who like normal games don't necessarily like the AVN games, the adult games. And I feel like this could help. Games like Baldur's Gate and Cyberpunk could help bridge that gap, and I think that should be, hopefully, the next step we start heading in. How we do that? I don't know. Hopefully, videos like mine, when I do reviews of games and push them a bit more out, hopefully they will help grow the video game community, the adult video game community, and we can start getting out there a bit more, because the more people who play adult video games, the more money that comes into adult video games, the more the developers can do with adult video games, but then eventually the more the government gets involved and the more restrictions we get, so it's a double-edged blade. But we'll see where it goes. But I think that'll be the next thing in adult games is publicity, popularity, and not necessarily mechanically. Glitch Overlord 5410 asks the question, what made you want to review adult visual novel games? Also, what makes you pick adult visual novels to review? And thank you for making reviews. I started to play Cyberheart and other novels from your review. I hope you have a good day. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you are diving into more games, thanks to the reviews I've done. And also, you're welcome. I really do enjoy doing these. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to review adult visual novels. I started playing the genre, I started playing some of them. Played them on and off for a few years, and then I started really getting into them. And I thought, you know what, so I'm going to make reviews, because there are people who do reviews out there for adult visual novels, and they are some fantastic ones. Adult game reviews and sex positive gaming being two of them. Two of the main influences actually on my channel, why I wanted to start doing it in the first place. They are fantastic channels. I love their content. The only problem I have with their content, which isn't a bad problem, it's a personal choice, personal thing. It's not about the videos. They do short form content, which is great and is handy, but I personally prefer long form reviews, and I couldn't really find many of them for adult visual novels, so I was like, sod it, I'm going to make my own then. You know what I mean? If I can't find it, provide it. Because I come from the background of watching people like Toll Biscuit back in the day with WTF is, and a lot of that stuff is more long form, and I prefer that kind of stuff. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make it. If nobody else is doing it, I can find it, I'll do it. Like I say, this isn't to cast judgment on them other channels. They have fantastic channels and would 100% highly recommend them. They've got a bigger background, they've got a bigger library of videos than me, so you can probably find more reviews on there that I've not done just yet. But yeah, go check them out, because they are a big influence on this channel. But in regards to what makes me pick the next visual novels to review, not much. I might look at a game and go, this looks pretty good, I'm going to give it a go, and if I start playing it and enjoy it, I think I'll do a review on it. If I start playing it and don't enjoy it, I will do a review on it, because I don't want to just review games I enjoy. I don't see the point in that for myself, because you guys want to know the opinions on a game. If I think a game is bad, then I need to let you know it's bad, in my opinion. But also, I have had a few requests of developers to review their games, and I've said yeah. I don't accept payment. They've asked me how much do I charge, and I don't accept payment at this point anyway. I will do it for free, but I will do it as and when I get round to it, because I have my own life and things going on that I can't turn around and say, yes, I will definitely do it for you this week. And this is one of the reasons why I will not accept payment, is because one of them might go, oh yeah, I want a review, can you get it done by the end of the week? And I'm like, oh, I'm real busy this week, so no. But also, if I ever did accept payment for a review in the future, I will never give a game a good review, no matter how much money the developer pays me. The way I see it is, I will give an honest review, and I will tell every developer that asks me to review their game, and I have done, that the reviews I will give are honest. I don't care if you give me money, if you give me your game for free. If it is a bad game, I'm going to say it's a bad game, which hopefully it won't be, because the developer's asking for a review. Why would they ask for a review if they don't believe in their own game? So hopefully it'll be a good game. So yeah, I would, not saying I won't accept money for a review, at this point I wouldn't, but in the future, but I will never accept money for a good review. I'll accept money for an honest review. But yeah, so there's two reasons I'll look at a game and think, yeah, I'll give it a try. and maybe somebody asked me to review their game, and I'm like, sorry, I will do when I get around to it. Beyond that, there's not really much reason why I choose a game because I choose a game. It's just, I just think, sorry, we'll go for this one. I mean, maybe a game's coming out on Steam, and I'll think, yeah, I'm going to play that because popular at the moment, get a popular game in, get more views, YouTube after all. Other than that, it's just because I just look at a game and go, sorry, I'm going to do a review on it. Anyway, next question. Okay, so Glum 2014 asks, besides Eternum, if you had to pick a top 10 adult visual novel games, which one would you pick? No, you don't have to answer why if you don't want to. I am not going to give you a top 10. On this video, I will be here all day. I feel like my top 10 visual novels will be a video of its own, but what I will let you know is that you've probably noticed the banner on my channel changes from time to time and has 6 girls on it, 3 left, 3 right. In no particular order, these are the best girls from my favourite games that I have reviewed on the channel. So if you ever want my top 6 games in no particular order, look at that banner at the top of my channel, and that's so far the 6 best, my 6 personal favourite games I've played on my channel up until this point. Not beyond my channel, not my personal games that I've played, but games that I played on this channel. If you want to know my top 6, there's the top 6 there. But he said not including Eternum, and I'd probably have to say, and despite how much I bitch about it and slag it off, being a dick. Simply because the game's had so much development put into it now. It's on the 3rd season, and things from season 1 is affecting season 3. And you got this cohesion and this coherency going through the entire game, and it's great. And Dr. Spingate's doing a fantastic job with that. It's not the best looking, it's not the best music, it's not the best story or best characters. It's a product to combine. It's all these things combined, they'll make a really good, clean experience. And yeah, the only downfall is the update period. But other than that, it's a great game. So if I had to choose one other than Eternum, it may be that one. And to be honest, I don't even know if Eternum would be my number 1. I don't even know if that would be my number 1. But off the top of my head, that's all I can think of right now. But yeah, my top 6 are always on my channel, top screen. Go check them out. Great games. And if you, I'm not wearing a towel there, so you just have to hope you know who the girl is. Anyway, next question. User Cube2G3G9 says, favorite AVNs at the moment? Pretty much answered that one. Refer to previous. And how much time does it take to make a video review? How many AVNs have you played so far? Favorite LI in any game? Another one. What is the first AVN you ever played? How? I think you've taken up most of the video with these questions. So pretty much answered the favorite AVN at the moment. In fact, actually, saying that, I wouldn't say my favorite AVN at this moment, not favorite overall AVN, my favorite AVN at this moment is probably the next one that's going to come out on a review after this. So I don't want to answer that just yet, but it is when I really enjoyed it, and I think it really works. I mean, you probably know what it is when I would leave it there. We'll leave it there. Well, yeah, it's my next video review is probably going to be one of my favorite AVNs at the moment, just because of the way the game is. It really works. It works nicely. But how much time does it take to review a video? Make a video review? It used to literally be, when I first started, 1 minute of the video took an hour to edit. So I'd play the game. So let's say the game was 8 hours, and I'd probably spend an hour or 2 writing and cleaning up the review and the scripts and things like that. It probably takes about 2 hours, and then I'd do a 30-minute review, which would take 30 hours to edit. But that's one of the reasons why I've changed the format, because it was just getting exhausting and far too much. So what I do now is, obviously I play the game, so it's like 8 hours to play the game. Still about an hour or 2 to write through scripts and that may change whilst I'm editing. I might think of something off whilst I'm editing and go, I need to mention that, and add a little bit here and there. So that's changeable. And then now I probably can edit about, with the way of format I do at the moment, it's a lot quicker. I can probably get 5 minutes done, 3 to 5 minutes of the video done in about an hour or so. And then once I've edited it, I go back and listen to it, make sure the audio's right, and use the audio radar to make sure the LUFS and the audio levels are correct and all this sort of stuff. I'd say ultimately, including writing the review, editing the script, playing the game, which obviously is changeable depending on the length of the game, and then getting it go from very first turn on the game for the first time to rendering the video. I'd probably say it takes a total of about 24 hours. 20 to 24 hours. Like I say, that's including gameplay as well. At least 20 to 24 hours. And that's why I struggle to get more than one done a week, because I only get a couple hours a day to work on it overall. And also what I do is I'll play the game non-stop. Well, obviously break and work and sleep and eat, things like that. But if I'm playing a visual novel to review, I will not play any other game in that time period. I will only play that game, and I'll make notes as I go along. And then once I've finished that, the next day I will do nothing on it. I will not work on the video, I will not work on the review, I will not play the game. I will go play something else, and something unrelated to the channel. Might be Baldur's Gate or something like that, or I might decide to beat myself up and punish myself by playing Overwatch. I hate that game, but I might go play that for a bit for some reason. And just to give myself that break. And then once I've done that, the next day I'll start writing and editing and recording the scripts for it, and I'll get that edited and whatnot. And then once I've done that, I'll probably take another break again, and then after that it's go edit mode. All I do is sit on my computer and edit until it's done. So if I'm ever at my desk, I'm not playing games, I'm not watching anything, I'm at my desk editing until it is done. And the reason why I take these 2-3 breaks during the writing of a period, well, it's usually 2 breaks, one after playing and one after scripting. The reason why I do this is so I don't get burnt out. When I first started the channel, I'd literally sit at my desk and I'd play a game, I'd write the script, I'd record it, I'd edit it, and then I'd play the next game, and it would just straight after each other, just constantly rolling. And I might think, well, if you enjoy doing it, what's wrong with it? And at the time, I wasn't enjoying doing it. I did. But I knew what was coming. I was like, if I keep doing this and don't make time to play other games and do other things, I'm going to burn myself out. I'm going to get sick of visual novels if that's all I'm playing. I may write reviews for visual novels and things like that, but when it comes down to it, I'm heavily a skill-based gamer. I mean, in one of my videos I've showed you Doom. I really love stuff like that. Now, if I don't interject then games into my schedule, I'll just get burnt out, and then I'll just want to stop writing these reviews. So make sure I take these breaks. And then once I finally actually released a review, I'll probably take a day or two before I start making the next one, before I even start playing the next game. Now, if I was getting paid for this, if I did this as a job, that'd be a total different story, because I could work 9 to 5 on doing just this, and then I've got the rest of the day to myself. But because I'm using my very little free time to do this, I need to make sure I also use my free time as my free time to relax. Otherwise I'll just get burnt out, and every time you get a review it's like, what do you think of this game? I don't care, I hate it, terrible, I just want to go play Baldur's Gate. Anyway, next one was my favourite love interest in any game. You motherfucker, what have you done? You've just asked me, man, the hardest question when I review a game is, who's the best girl love? You've just asked me, sir, who is the best girl of best girls? And my answer to that question is, I have no fucking idea. I mean, honestly, I really don't know. If out of any game, if you want me to tell you, just pick a random game and who my favourite girl in that one is, my favourite love interest in that game is, you got Benedict, Sage, Eternum at the moment is Nova. Do you know what I mean? I say them in reviews, but who's the best girl of best girls? I really don't know. My recent review has really surprised me who I've chosen as best girl there. Really surprised me. I thought it was going to be one girl and then quicker change to another one, and then at the end I was like, nope, it's this one instead. I'm not giving it away though. Yeah. But sometimes the games really surprise me of who my favourite love interest is in the game. And who's the best one overall, I honestly don't know. I couldn't say at this point who's my favourite one of them all. But if you want to know who my favourite one is from specific games that I reviewed, go check out the review. They all have a best girl section on it. Most of them. Anyway, the final question is, what was the first AVN you ever played? I'm gonna answer this with a two-pronged question. I'm gonna give it the first AVN I played, and then the first AVN I played that actually made me interested in AVNs, because they had two different games. The first game I've ever played, and it's not a game that I often speak about, I've often hear about from matter of fact, I never heard this game mentioned. Love Season, Farmer's Delight, or whatever it's called. It's like a fantasy one, but I played it and I was like, oh well, that was an experience. It was good. It was not the best. It was fun. First AVN, I'm like, alright, so that's what this community has to offer. Yeah, not bad, not too bad. And then not long after that, I played Leap of Faith. I wept like a bitch. I cried, and was like, this is beautiful. It's amazing. And to be honest with you, that was when I first saw, like, yeah, these games have some fucking potential, man. These games have some potential. And that's what made me start diving deeper into other games. Now, if I never played Leap of Faith and I just stuck to Love Season, I probably never would have carried on with AVNs. But I decided to give it another chance. I played Love Season. I was like, yeah, it wasn't too bad. But just not my cup of tea. And then I played Leap of Faith before I give that a try, because I looked more into it. I was like, well, what other stuff are there? And everyone was like, try Leap of Faith. I'm like, alright, I'll give it a try. Then it can't be that good, and then I'll blown away. CC story and that, fucking hell. I mean, it hit me in a time in my life where I was going through some rough stuff as well, and it kind of opened my eyes to some things, and Jesus Christ. But yeah, so there they are. Anyway, I've managed to do the video in less than 30 minutes, which I'm pretty surprised by. And that's all the questions we got, by the way. I'm surprised because it's not scripted and I just ramble shit when it's not scripted, as you're probably aware. But what I will say, I just want to leave a note at the end here that the format for the videos going forward will remain the same. We will have 3 video formats. We will have the long form review, which is the current format I've been doing recently. That's how I'm going to keep that one structured. We have my new one, which is Quick Look, which is just looking at people that have a couple of updates in. I mean, not much content, but games that is it worth putting on your radar kind of style stuff. So I have a quick 5-minute review of them ones. And then the update reviews, which is similar to the Quick Look, it's just a review of the update of the game, which is usually going to be a few minutes because there's no point diving deep into a game I've already reviewed. But yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. My fellow degenerates. Hit 1,000 subscribers. We've gone beyond that now, actually. I think like 1,100 and something, I think. I'm not too sure. But either way, we're doing fantastic. And thank you all very much for that. I honestly can't believe it. I honestly don't know. I'll say we are exactly on 1111 right now. But yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, I really do appreciate it. I'm so thankful for it. I honestly didn't think it would get here this quick. But thank you. I really don't know what else to say. I'm just rambling now. So I'll leave it there before I bore you even more. But this is why I heavily script my videos. If I didn't heavily script my videos, a review would be an hour. I'd repeat myself 100 times. But thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world, my fellow degenerates. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And again, what's your future predictions for visual novels? Let me know down in the comments what you think of that question. Not what you think of the question, what you think of the answer. What's your answer to it? But yeah, hope you enjoyed. I've never officially ended a video. I'm trying to think of what's my little quote at the end, how I end a video, and I never do. It usually just comes to an abrupt stop.